Doctors are you that go to and from Gaza bringing help?
Well, it's a big group and it's all volunteer, to be honest. And the number of doctors are there. It's a good number, but there are no facilities to do anything or to treat anyone. There are no goals, no equipment, no sterilization to do any operation. It's all basic facilities. So people who work there or who lives there, or my colleagues, they live in a basic equipment.
I read recently that there was something like £1 million worth of new equipment on a floor of one of the main Gaza hospitals. Hadn't been used because the elevator wasn't working. They couldn't get patients up to it. Such basic lack.
It's not only the elevators. These equipments need someone to operate them. They need regular maintenance. They need facilities to work them. For example, CT scan or MRI, they need air conditioning 24 hours. They cannot operate in a hot environment. I don't think they have enough air conditioning.
Dr. Munir, tell me, how do you send doctors to Gaza and how do you fundraise for this?
Well, to be honest, it all depends upon individuals. I tell people who are around me, friends, families, relatives, etc., and they give me amount of money, whatever it is. Sometimes it's from 5 to 10 to 100, and whatever I make every 2 to 3 months, I send it to my friends and colleagues, which is either they buy equipment, even basic ones, or they just distribute to the neighbors, friends who they know they are in need for, like nappies, for medicines if they are available. I heard that most of these things are being smuggled through the tunnels during the war. And
it's important to say that these tunnels that are always written about as contraband, used for smuggling weapons, that's the only way of getting essential supplies through.
The pictures I've seen, and my friends, he has friends who smuggles medicine, milk, sometimes medicines, with important medicine like strong antibiotics, etc. Because if someone is to get shot by a gun, he will definitely need antibiotics to start with before any procedure being carried out.
How do you manage to get your doctors across, or is that because the Rafah crossing is so difficult?
Yeah, well, they wait in the borders for such a long time. Some of them give up, to be honest.
So it's determination?
Yes. Some of them give up and they come back, and some of them, they say, oh, we'll try again and try again and try again. And with the patients, they do kind of go in, but when they go in, they are lost because it's a huge mess. And when you work here, for example, the facilities that you work with is highly sophisticated and everything is there for you. There you can't ask for anything. Even the building, the hospitals, I remember a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, he was doing an operation, and in the middle of the operation, a bit from the ceiling fell inside the patient's stomach. He said, I laughed, just picked it up and threw it away. I couldn't do anything else, and I watched the patient from inside. Yeah. That's the maximum you could do on them facilities.
So you've got the doctors are certainly walking into medical anarchy there, people just coping with as best they can. When you were a child, though, we saw some children there drawing Jerusalem, and we've been talking about Al-Quds earlier. You used to be able to walk from Gaza to Jerusalem to pray. Was it easier then?
No, it was extremely difficult. There are so many borders. Even I traveled with my uncle, my mom was with me, and in the first border they had to hide me because children were not allowed for some reasons. And later on, in another border, they had to search me, well, not only me, everyone.
Who was manning the border?
The Israeli borders. Right. Well, they have borders everywhere, in between even 200 meters. And they had to strip me naked to see what I had, what I didn't have.
Sorry, how old were you?
I was 5 years old at the time. This was in '59, and there was no war or anything. And me and my brothers, they had just to look inside. Plus, after they stripped us naked, they put the scan on us. There was a machine to go around the body.
Even that long ago?
This in '59. Sorry, in '79.
79, exactly. Is there a place where people can contribute to your work or find out about the work that your medical people are doing?
It's all individual. There's so many people who are willing to help from even different countries. I had a phone call from someone I didn't even know, and he said, I'm willing to contribute, and he just sent me some money. And I said, thank you very much, and I did send the money. Okay. And I know my friends and colleagues, they take the money personally, give it to the people who are in need.
God bless your work. I'm sure that everybody in Palestine salutes you for that.
Thank you.
Well, now it's time for our weekly chance to hear from a Gazan child. I've met Zainab Samouni before on the rubble of her family home in Al Zaytoun. Her story is both painful and all too common in Gaza.
أنا اسمي زينب رشاد السموني، في الصف الثامن، عمري 13 سنة.
لما بتتذكر الحرب ايش بتتذكر من الحرب اللي صار؟
لما نتذكر من الحرب